Hey everyone, welcome to a simple 10-minute mobility routine that is designed to unlock your tight and stiff hips and lower back. Super basic, requires no equipment, can be done anywhere as long as in a nice, comfortable, peaceful environment. I've just really made this routine to help out anyone who is really struggling to overcome their hip, lower back, and knee pain. So we're going to get straight into it with the first exercise. What you got to do is you just want to come up into a lunge position here. You're going to have one leg back, one leg forward at about 90 degrees, keeping a nice straight and neutral spine. You are going to push your hip forward and you are just going to gently hold this position for about 10 seconds. You're going to feel a nice deep stretch in through that hip flexor here. If you want to take it to the next level, you can slightly bring your knees further towards your toes, just so it increases the range of motion. You're going to notice that it's going to decompress the lower back a little bit more and really target those tight hip flexors, which is perfect if you're sitting at the desk all day and your hips are begging for a little bit of a stretch. Really concentrating also to breathe through all of the movements, just so you really feel that hip unlock. We're going to hold for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. After we've just done that move, you are now going to swap to the other side, having one leg bent behind you and the other leg out in front. So just like before, taking a nice deep breath in, pushing your hips forward, just so you feel that activation in through the hip flexor, keeping that nice straight back. And holding. You can go until you feel that nice deep stretch, whether it being bringing that knee slightly forward. Once you feel an area that is a little bit tender, really hold that position and really start concentrating on that breath. Perfect. You can also raise one arm up, and that's really going to increase a little bit of the stretch down through the oblique and also a little bit more through the hip flexor. We're going to hold for 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Nice and easy. So by now, our hips should be feeling a little bit stretched out, a little bit more limber. Second exercise, you're just going to come into a 90-90 position. So you're going to have your back leg at 90 degrees and your front leg at 90 degrees as well. From here, again, keeping that nice straight back, chest up. You can have your hands placed to either side of your body here. And while you're maintaining a nice straight back, you are slightly going to lean onto that front leg here. You're going to feel a nice deep stretch in through the glute. This is a fantastic exercise just to release a little bit of pressure and tension from the lower back. Our lower back can get tight and sore if our glutes are feeling a little bit stiff. This exercise is perfect to counteract that. Again, really making sure that you are breathing in nice and deep, and as you exhale, you want to bring your chest a little bit closer towards that front leg. Three, 2, and 1. Lovely. Now that we've done it on that side, we are now going to swap to the other leg. So just like before, making sure that your front and your back leg are at 90 degrees. Hands are to the side, nice straight back. And then we are gently going to start that lean. If you're noticing tightness and pain in one area, really hold that position as long as you can before going down a little bit lower. That way you can gently increase the range of motion without it being too severe too quickly. Nice straight back. Having that deep inhale in, and as you exhale, bringing that chest down a little bit closer, feeling that glute and that lower back release. Really taking your time with all of these exercises here. There is no rush. Really listen to the body, see how it is responding. You also want to really make sure that you are keeping that nice straight back the whole time instead of hunching over. That is going to take the tension off the glute, whereas we want to keep that nice straight back, feeling the tension through the glute. Holding for another 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. We're now going to transition into our third exercise. Our third exercise is going to be knee windscreen wipers. This is going to be perfect just to add in a little bit of spinal mobility in through the lower back. If you've got any lower back pain, it can really give you that fast, immediate relief as well. So how are you going to do it? You're going to lay on your back just like this with your knees up. You can have your arms off to the side. You want to keep your knees at about shoulder width apart. Once you're in this position, all you're going to do is you're just going to gently bring your knees down to the floor, holding for 3, 2, and 1. After you've held for about 3 to 5 seconds, you're going to return back into the middle, and you are going to repeat that process again onto the other side. You're going to notice a nice gentle stretch in through that lower back as well, keeping the movements nice and slow, nice and controlled as well, feeling that blood flow go down through the spine. If you're lucky here, you may even feel a few cracks. If those cracks are providing you with relief, that is wonderful. Perfect. We're going to come back into the middle, and we're going to repeat that again 2 more times, being nice and slow, bringing the knees down, holding, coming back up into the middle, and then repeating finally on the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful, everyone. So that is 3 movements just to really target the hips and through the lower back. It is now time to get into our knees. So if you are currently suffering from any knee pain, whether it being on your feet for an extended period of time, and you are just having difficulty going up and down stairs, then these 3 exercises that I'm about to show you could really help you out by really releasing a little bit of that pain and discomfort that you may have. We're going to start off in a very similar position that we were in just before, lying on our back. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our back is nice and straight. Our feet are about shoulder width apart. We can have our hands off to the side, bringing our heels in nice and close to our hips. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale in. And as we inhale, we are just going to raise our hips up. We're going to hold 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to exhale, bringing our hips back down to the floor. Not only is this a great exercise for your knees, but also through your lower back and your hips as well. We're going to do that one again, taking a deep breath in. As you inhale, holding the top, really squeezing your glutes and hamstrings for 3, 2, and 1. And now coming back down nice and gently, resetting at the bottom. And once we've reset at the bottom, we are now going to go for our third And final rep, breathing in, holding the top, and slowly coming down. Wonderful. Perfect. Our next exercise is going to be a fairly tricky one. How it's going to work is you are just going to walk your heels out. You can have a slight bend in your legs here. This exercise is perfect to gain a little bit of hamstring strength while also improving the strength and stability in through your knees. This one's going to work is once you are on your back, you are just going to slightly raise your hips up where your hands can go underneath your hips, holding the top for 1 to 2 seconds, and then coming back down. As you do this movement, you're going to feel a nice squeeze in through the hamstrings. Really drive your heels down into the floor as hard as you can here. And coming back down. This is going to build a lot of strength and stability in through our hamstrings. Weak and tight hamstrings can usually lead to tightness in through the knees. And bringing our hips back down. And we're going to do that one more time. Coming up, lifting, holding, and coming back down. If this movement is a little bit too tricky for you, what we can do is we can bring our legs or our ankles back towards our hips, and just we can do one leg lift off. Just like that, you're going to notice that it's going to activate the same muscle groups, your hips, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your knees. You want to do about 4 to 5 repetitions on this one for each leg to really notice the benefits from there. Once you've done 4 to 5 reps, wonderful. Our final exercise that we are going to conclude on for our knees and also a little bit through our lower back is just going to be a dynamic downward dog. So how you want to move into this position is you just want to start off on your hands and knees, keeping your hips upward. And from here, what we are going to do is we are just going to alternate, feeling that nice deep stretch in through the calves. Perfect. You want to try and extend and keep that leg nice and straight the whole time. Holding the bottom for about 3 to 5 seconds before transitioning onto the other foot. This is a great exercise to really stretch out your calves and also to improve a little bit of knee stability and mobility. If we've got tight calves and tight ankles, it can generally lead also to feeling a little bit of knee pain. This is also a perfect exercise to do as soon as we wake up in the morning, just to provide a little bit of blood flow. We're going to do this for another 10 seconds. Again, really taking our time with the movements here. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. And just like that, we've managed to do about a 10-minute mobility routine. Super effective, super simple, requiring absolutely no equipment, and it can be great just to really unlock a little bit of tension through the knees, the hips, and also the lower back. By the way, I know how much it sucks to stretch every day and still feel stiff, tight, or limited in movement. That's exactly why I created the Morning Mobility Community. It's a private community where I guide you through the daily habits and routines that make you look and feel good. A lot of people reach out to me on the daily basis and they tell me that they are struggling to stick to effective mobility routines that actually help, as they just do not have the knowledge about mobility training. These same people are also confused with conflicting advice about what mobility exercises are most beneficial for them. This community is my attempt at helping as many people as I can focus on the things that build real mobility, improve posture, reduce tightness, and move with ease again. And if you're looking for some accountability or a strong support system, we also do weekly calls where you can get real time help from me whenever you need it the most. If you're interested, you can check it out using the top link in the description.